There is a secret world layered directly on top of the one you see with your eyes. It is happening right now, in the very room where you sit. Most people walk through their days entirely blind to it. They see only the surface. They see the traffic jams, the unpaid bills, the cold coffee, and the weary face in the mirror. They mistake these things for the entirety of their existence. But you are different. You are here, listening to this, because your spirit has begun to sense a vibration that your ears cannot quite hear yet. You have felt the shift in your marrow. You have felt that ordinary moments are trying to transform into holy ground right beneath your feet. The divine hand did not vanish from your life. It did not abandon you to navigate this chaotic world alone. Instead, it multiplied into 1,000 invisible touches, guiding your choices in ways you are just beginning to understand. Pause for a moment. Someone you know is walking in darkness right now, desperate for this light. Share this message with them. It is a spiritual principle. When you extend the blessing to others, you multiply the favor upon your own life. We often look for God in the thunder, in the parting of seas, or the massive miracles that shake the earth. But the deepest truth, the one that will change your life forever, is that the divine is hiding in the details. The Creator is weaving a tapestry of destiny through the mundane, the boring, and the routine parts of your day. This is not a metaphor. This is a reality check for your soul. Everything around you is speaking. The question is, are you listening? The exhaustion you feel is not just physical tiredness. It is a spiritual weight waiting to be lifted. The silence in your hallway is not emptiness. It is a pregnant pause, holding its breath for your prayer. Today, we are going to peel back the veil. We are going to walk through your day, from the moment you open your eyes to the moment you rest your head, and reveal the hidden altars, the secret messages, and the divine appointments that have been disguised as ordinary life. You are not just living a routine, you are walking through a living prophecy. This channel is a gathering place for those who see the invisible. Subscribe now to secure your alignment with this awakened community. It is an act of obedience to your own spiritual growth, ensuring you never miss a transmission of truth. Consider the moment your alarm clock rings. For years, you may have treated this sound as an annoyance, a harsh intruder stealing your rest. But let us shift your perspective. That sound is not a noise. It is a summon. Tomorrow's alarm clock carries new frequencies. It is an anthem of new beginnings, a trumpet call from the other side of eternity, pulling your spirit back into your body for another chance at purpose. When you hit snooze, you aren't just delaying the day. You are pausing a divine assignment. But when you rise, even if your body feels heavy, you are engaging in an act of spiritual warfare. You are saying yes to the gift of breath. As your feet touch the floor, pay attention to the atmosphere. The dust motes dancing in the morning light are not random particles of dirt. Look closer. They are like angelic footprints, tracing paths through the air, reminding you that you are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses. Your breath, that first deep inhale of the morning, is not yours alone. It is shared with the Creator. That rhythm in your chest syncs with the heartbeat of the universe. That heavy sigh you release as you stretch, that is not just fatigue leaving your body. It is a sacred offering, an incense of surrender ascending to the heavens. If you are ready to surrender your fatigue and trade it for divine strength today, press the like button. Why, let this small action be a physical sign of your spiritual readiness to receive fresh power. You are shedding the weight of yesterday to make room for the manna of today. You walk into the bathroom and the rituals begin. But these are not chores. They are ceremonies. When you turn on the faucet, the water that flows is liquid prophecy. It reminds you of the rivers of life that never run dry. As you wash your face, do not just cleanse your skin. Visualize the water washing away ancestral chains, the doubts of your lineage, and the fears that try to attach themselves to you during the night. The shower water doesn't just clean the body, it carries a baptismal power for your emotions. It washes away the residue of yesterday's battles. With every droplet that falls, imagine it is sweeping darkness away from your temple. Even the smallest acts hold power. Your toothpaste, that simple tube you squeeze every morning, holds a lesson in resurrection. You are preparing your mouth, the very instrument you will use to speak life or death today. Your toothbrush strokes are not routine hygiene. They are sweeping the temple clean. You are preparing your tongue to speak truth, to declare favor, and to bless those who curse you. Then you look up. You meet your own eyes in the mirror. Perhaps the glass is fogging up, holding revelations waiting for your breath to clear its surface. What do you see? The world tells you to look for flaws, for wrinkles, for signs of aging. But the Spirit asks you to look deeper. Your morning face in the mirror is not flawed. It is a canvas where the archangels identify the assignments for the day. Those lines on your face, they are not scars of defeat. They are maps of the battles you have survived. The exhaustion you see in your own reflection is simply the soil waiting for the rain of fresh grace. You are looking at a warrior who is still standing. If you are ready to stop seeing your flaws and start seeing the warrior God created you to be, type Amen in the comments below. Let this simple word be your agreement with heaven that today you are choosing strength over defeat. You move to the kitchen, the heart of your home. In the quiet of the early morning, this room transforms into a sanctuary. The kitchen light, burning while the rest of the world is dark, becomes a beacon. It is a lighthouse guiding the lost ships of your family's intercession. Listen closely. The refrigerator hums, a low, steady drone. It is not just a motor. It syncs with the rhythms of creation, a constant vibration of provision, humming lullabies to your anxiety, reminding you that just as the food is preserved, your soul is being kept safe. You reach for your cup. The coffee maker gurgles and hisses. The steam rising from your cup forms shapes that dissolve into the air. This is not just caffeine, it is warmth for the spirit. It is liquid courage for battles you haven't faced yet. The steam rising forms doves, carrying your silent, groggy prayers upward to the throne. When you hold that warm mug in your hands, you are holding ancestral blessings. You are drinking from a cup that your ancestors prayed you would one day hold. A cup of stability, of peace, of having enough. But then, a distraction. Perhaps you burn the toast. The smell of char fills the air. In the natural, this is a small annoyance, a mistake. But in the spiritual, your burnt toast warns of complacency. It is a gentle nudge from the universe saying, stay alert. It reminds you that if you leave your potential unattended for too long, it can dry up. It is not a punishment. It is a wake-up call to pay attention to the timing of your life. The milk carton in the fridge with its expiration date holds coded messages about kingdom timing. Seasons change. What is fresh today may not be fresh tomorrow. Use the gifts you have now while they are sweet. Your kitchen table is not just wood or glass. It is an altar where faith transactions occur unseen. It is where you break your fast. Even if you eat alone, you are dining with the divine. That overdue bill you left on the counter, the one you are afraid to open, look at it again. It is not a burden buried in paper. It is a blank canvas waiting for miracle ink. It is an invitation to trust in a provision that defies your salary. It is a test of where your security truly lies. Your smartphone screen flickers nearby. It buzzes, not just with notifications from social media or news apps, but with divine interruptions trying to break through your routine. We often scroll past our destiny. That text you almost deleted? It might hold the coordinates to your next open door. That email you ignored? Oh, it might be the connection you have been praying for. The enemy wants you distracted, scrolling mindlessly through the lives of others. But God wants you focused, decoding the messages sent specifically to you. It is time to leave. You pick up your keys, Feel the weight of them in your hand. Your front door key doesn't just turn metal locks, it rotates dimensions. When you unlock your door to leave, you are stepping out of your sanctuary and into the mission field. You are crossing a threshold. The hallway darkness parts like the Red Sea before your weary feet. You are walking forward in faith, even if you don't know exactly what the day holds. Perhaps you walk to the bus stop. The pavement beneath you is not just concrete, it is holy ground. The bus stop bench holds divine appointments disguised as delays. If the bus is late, do not curse the schedule. That delay is a protection. It is holding you back from an accident down the road, or keeping you in place to meet a stranger who needs your smile. The newspaper headline you glance at in the kiosk contains blueprints for your destiny, hidden in the subtext of world events. You are part of a larger story. Or perhaps you drive. You enter the stream of traffic. The commute is not dead time, it is a processional. Unseen chariots are escorting you through the urban wilderness. That traffic jam that makes your blood pressure rise? Shift your vision. It is a divine waiting room. It is a pause button pressed by heaven to give you time to breathe, to pray, to listen. The promotions you desire are being signed in heavenly ledgers while you wait in that gridlock. The frustration you feel is simply your flesh fighting against the patience your spirit is trying to learn. If you believe God is using every delay to position you for a greater blessing, hit the like button right now. Mark this moment as an act of faith that accelerates your breakthrough, even in the waiting. Do you believe that even the delays in your life are divinely orchestrated for your protection? If you trust His timing, declare it in the comments, "My steps are ordered." Write it down to remind your spirit that you are exactly where you need to be. Your car radio fills the silence. The static clears for divine downloads between songs. Have you ever had a song come on that spoke exactly to your situation? That is not an algorithm. That is an answer. That is the Creator speaking through the frequency of sound. The pothole you hit, jarring your bones, vibrates with earthquake power, shaking loose the talents you have buried deep inside you, out of fear. It wakes you up. Look at the other drivers. The stranger who cuts you off, the one who speeds past with aggression. Do not respond with anger. That driver carries a soul screaming for mercy. They are fighting battles you cannot see. When you offer them a blessing instead of a curse, you release a frequency of peace that ripples through the atmosphere. You become a thermostat, not a thermometer. You set the spiritual temperature of the road. The bus seat beneath you vibrates with destiny shifts. Strangers around you carry keys to your breakthroughs, even if you never speak to them. Just being in their presence, in this shared space, is a weaving of timelines. The graffiti on the walls you pass on your walk isn't just vandalism. Sometimes, if you look closely, it is a message, a word, a symbol, a reminder that art and cries for help are everywhere. The slump of your shoulders as you walk is a comfort to someone else who thinks they have to be perfect. Your vulnerability is a ministry. As you approach your place of work, the atmosphere changes again. You are entering the battlefield, but you do not enter unarmed. The coffee stain on your shirt that you were so worried about, it is a badge of holy messiness. It proves you are human, real, and present. It is a reminder that perfection is not required for purpose. You are ready. The doors slide open. The air conditioning hits your face. You are not just an employee. You are a planet agent of light in a place that desperately needs it. You arrive at your station. For many, this is the place where the soul goes to sleep, buried under spreadsheets and deadlines. But for you, the awakened soul, this is your territory. Your office, your cubicle, your construction site, or your desk. It is not a cage. It is a command center. As you settle in, realize that the fluorescent lights above you are not just artificial glare. They are spotlights on a stage where your character is being tested and refined. The air conditioner's hum carries the faint rhythmic sound of angelic choirs singing over your cubicle kingdom, reminding you that you are covered even here. Look at your chair. To the world, it is just ergonomic furniture designed for endurance. But in the spirit, it is a throne where angels kneel to anoint your decisions. When you sit, you are taking a posture of authority. You are not just processing paperwork. You are governing your sphere of influence. The squeak of the wheels isn't weariness. It is the sound of endurance anthems being sung over your life. You are holding ground. You are present in a place that needs your light. You begin to work. Your fingers touch the keyboard. Listen to the sound. Click, clack, click. It sounds like rain, but spiritually, it is a symphony. Your keyboard keys are not plastic. They are piano notes composing symphonies of breakthrough with every typed word. You are writing your future. You are communicating order into chaos. When your eyes grow heavy from screen fatigue, realize that you are building spiritual stamina. That spreadsheet formula glowing on the screen is not just math. It glows with supernatural wisdom. You are solving problems that others cannot solve because you have access to a higher source of intelligence. If you want to walk in this higher intelligence every day, subscribe to the channel. By joining us, you are positioning yourself to receive daily wisdom that the world does not understand. If you receive this anointing for your work life, type Amen below. By typing this, you are acknowledging that your job isn't just a paycheck. It's a platform for God's wisdom to flow through you. Then, the inevitable interruption happens. The printer jams. The screen freezes. The internet connection drops. In the natural world, this is frustration. It is a waste of time. But pause. Take a breath. That printer jam holds a pause button pressed by heaven. It is a divine intervention disguised as a mechanical failure. Perhaps it stopped you from signing a document that would have changed your future. Perhaps it delayed you just long enough to miss a heated argument in the hallway. Do not curse the interruption. Bless the protection. The universe is managing your timeline better than you can. You reach for your stapler. Click. The sound echoes like a sword strike in the spirit realm. You are binding things together. You are bringing order. You are finishing tasks. Every completed task is a victory over the spirit of procrastination. Your desk calendar pages aren't just dates marking time passing away. They are portals where time bends around your prayers. You are not losing time. You are investing it. Then there is the inbox. It battles for your attention. It feels cluttered, overwhelming, and demanding. But shift your vision. Your email inbox isn't just a list of demands. It is a battlefield. It is where demonic spam battles divine appointments disguised as ordinary messages. Buried in that pile of digital noise is a connection that could change your life. A request that opens a door. A thank you that heals a wound. Discernment is your weapon here. You delete what does not serve your purpose, and you respond to what aligns with your destiny. You look up and see a colleague. Maybe it is the boss who never smiles, or the coworker who creates drama. They give you the cold shoulder. The air feels icy. In the past, this would have hurt you. You would have taken it personally, wondering, what did I do wrong? But today, you see with spiritual eyes, their coldness does not reflect rejection of you. It is a mirror showing their own unhealed wounds. They are carrying burdens you cannot see. Their rudeness is a symptom of their pain. They are spiritually dehydrated, and you are a well of living water. When you respond with grace instead of defensiveness, you confuse the darkness surrounding them. You break the cycle. That difficult person is not an enemy. They are your assignment. They are the sandpaper God is using to smooth your rough edges, and you are the light God is using to expose their darkness to healing. This is a hard word, but a necessary one. If you are willing to be the light in a dark place and offer grace instead of anger today, type Amen in the comments. Seal this promise to be a peacemaker in your environment. You step into a meeting. The atmosphere is tense. Voices are raised. This is not just a corporate dispute. It is spiritual warfare raging in a conference room. but you carry the peace of the Creator. Your silence in the hallway holds holy listening spaces. While others argue, you pray. While others panic, you plan. You are the thermostat in the room. When you speak, your voice vibrates with ancestral authority. You don't have to shout to be heard when your words are weighted with truth. Disaster strikes, a coffee spill. Dark liquid spreads across a clean report or your desk. The stain blooms like a dark flower. The old you would have panicked. The awakened you sees a rewrite. The coffee stain isn't a mistake. It is holy ink, rewriting a story with permanent grace. It reminds you that life is messy, and that is okay. It reminds you that you cannot control everything, and in that surrender, there is freedom. It is a moment of humility forced upon you, grounding you back to earth, reminding you to laugh at the chaos. Noon arrives. You step away. This is your Sabbath in the middle of the chaos. You unwrap your lunch. Your sandwich, whether simple or grand, fills a sacred hunger. But the hunger isn't just physical. As you eat, realize that your soul has an appetite too. It is a sacred ache for purpose. You are feeding the vessel that houses the divine spirit. The lunch break sandwich holds manna between its slices, provision for the journey. Maybe you take a walk. You step outside to breathe. The lunchtime walk reveals angelic graffiti on ordinary walls. Signs are everywhere. A billboard with a word of hope. A song drifting from a passing car. The pattern of birds flying overhead. The universe is constantly conversing with you. Your walk is not just exercise, it is a patrol. You are walking the perimeter of your territory, blessing the ground your foot treads upon. Then comes the afternoon slump, that heavy feeling at 3 p.m. The fatigue tries to pull you down. But listen closely. Your slump comforts disguise. It is a reminder of your limitations. It forces you to lean not on your own strength, but on the strength of the Creator. It is an invitation to pause, to close your eyes for 10 seconds, and reconnect with the source. The afternoon sun begins to dip. The light changes, painting promises on the blank office walls. The sunset through your office window isn't just the day ending. It is a promise that the darkness is temporary. It paints the sky in colors of fire and gold, reminding you that even endings can be beautiful. Suddenly, a notification ping. An email connects supernaturally. It is the breakthrough you were waiting for, or perhaps a challenge you didn't expect. Either way, it is a connection orchestrated by a higher power. Do you believe divine connections are coming your way? Press the like button to signal your agreement. It is a digital act of faith declaring that your doors are open to supernatural favor. Your network is expanding beyond human contacts. It is expanding into divine alliances. The workday ends. You step out. You are not leaving empty-handed. You are leaving with a day's worth of faithfulness deposited in your spiritual bank account. Your commute home isn't exhaustion. It is a processional. You have survived the battle. You have kept the faith. Now, unseen chariots escort you through the urban wilderness back to your sanctuary. But first, the grocery store. The bright lights, the choices, the noise. It feels mundane. But look again. The grocery aisles hold altars where faith transactions occur unseen. You are choosing nourishment for your temple. The milk carton times the kingdom, its expiration date a code for the seasons of your life. You are a provider, a gatherer, acting out an ancient role of care. You reach the checkout. The cashier's tired eyes mirror your own exhaustion. Their change tray holds kingdom currency, not coins, but the exchange of energy between two souls. When you look them in the eye and say, "Thank you," with genuine warmth, you are making a deposit into their spirit. You are acknowledging their humanity. You are being a vessel of grace in a transaction that is usually transactionless. You are almost home. The traffic waits, promotions. Every red light is a test of patience, preparing you for higher levels of responsibility. If you cannot handle the traffic, you cannot handle the throne. The radio clears downloads. Ideas come to you in the quiet of the drive. Solutions to problems you didn't know how to fix suddenly appear. This is not your brain working overtime. This is the divine mind downloading wisdom into your open spirit. You arrive. The key rotates dimensions. You are leaving the world of striving and entering the world of rest. The scraping sound of the key is the sound of unlocking closed doors, not just to your house, but to your peace. The hallway shadows part like the Red Sea once more, welcoming you into the Holy of Holies. Your home. You are inside now. The world is locked out. The scraping sound of the lock sliding home is not just mechanical. It is the sound of a boundary being set. You have entered your sanctuary. But often, this is where the hardest battles are fought. Not with enemies, but with fatigue, with silence, and with the people we love the most. The hallway shadows part like the Red Sea before your weary feet, welcoming you into the Holy of Holies of your daily life. You walk into the living room. Perhaps there is silence. In the past, you might have interpreted this silence as distance or even rejection. You might have thought, why is no one talking? Why are we so disconnected? But look deeper. Your family's silence isn't rejection. It is a holy space pregnant with unspoken prayers. They are tired, just like you. They are processing their own battles. This silence is a listening space, where God is working on hearts in ways words cannot reach. The television flickers in the corner. The blue glow on faces masks the reality of the room. We often use this noise to drown out the quiet, but the spirit sees the TV static as a cover for spiritual battles. Not scary battles, but the battle for connection. The battle for presence. When you choose to turn it off, or even just sit next to someone and hold their hand without words, you are engaging in high-level warfare against isolation. You are declaring that presence matters more than distraction. You move to the kitchen. It is time for dinner. It might just be leftovers, a casserole heated up in the microwave, or a simple meal thrown together. But do not despise the simplicity. Your dinner table holds not just food, but communion elements. That leftover casserole contains healing frequencies because it was prepared with the intention of nourishment. When you serve your family, or even yourself, you are acting as a priest in your own home. You are providing sustenance. The kitchen light burns late. To the neighbors, it's just a window. To the spiritual eye, your kitchen light becomes a lighthouse guiding lost ships of intercession. You are the watchman on the wall. The refrigerator hums in the background, syncing with creation rhythms. It hums lullabies to your anxiety, a constant steady sound that says, I am here. Provision is here. You are safe. If you claim this safety and provision over your household tonight, click the like button. Let it be a seal of protection over your home, declaring that anxiety has no place at your table. Perhaps there is an argument. Voices raise. Tension fills the room. Do not be discouraged. Your family argument holds hidden harmonies waiting to be conducted. Friction produces heat, but it also polishes the stones. These conflicts are opportunities for grace to enter the room. When you choose patience over being right, you invite the Prince of Peace to sit at your table. The evening winds down. The glamour of the day is gone, and now you are left with the chores. The laundry pile in your bedroom isn't just chores. It is folded wings of deliverance wrapped in cotton and polyester. As you fold the clothes, you are praying over the bodies that will wear them. You are covering your family in protection. The mundane act of matching socks becomes a meditation on order and restoration. You stand at the sink. Your hands are in the warm, soapy water. The dishwasher's hum vibrates with cleansing frequencies. You are washing away the residue of the day. The grease, the crumbs, the stains. They all wash away. This is your daily reminder of forgiveness. Just as the plate is made clean again, ready to be used tomorrow, so is your spirit. You are not defined by the mess of today. You are defined by the cleansing of tonight. If you are releasing the heavy burdens of today and refusing to carry yesterday's stress into tomorrow, make a public declaration below. I release it all. Let the act of typing these words be the moment the weight actually lifts off your shoulders. If you are ready to wash away the old and step into a new season of clarity, hit the subscribe button. Consider it a commitment to your future self, locking in your place in this season of renewal. If you have children, the bedtime ritual is a high holy moment. Your child's bedtime story becomes a parable for your own wandering heart. As you read to them, listen to the words. The simple truths of childhood stories are often the deep wisdom God is trying to get you to remember. The stuffed animal tucked under their arm carries guardian assignments. The moonlight filtering through their window draws protection circles on the floor. When you kiss them goodnight, you are sealing them with a blessing that lasts through the night. Finally, the house goes still. This is the midnight hour. Not necessarily 12 a.m., but that moment when the demands stop. You are alone with your thoughts. Your midnight snack, that small piece of comfort you allow yourself, communes with your need for sweetness in a bitter world. It is okay to be comforted. You pour a glass of water for the bedside. Your midnight water glass holds liquid prophecy. Water represents the spirit. It represents clarity. As you drink, you are hydrating your soul for the journey of sleep. You are reminding your body that the living water is the only thing that truly satisfies. You enter your bedroom. This is the final chamber. Your bed sheets, twisted from restless nights past, are not signs of struggle. Look at them with new eyes. Your tangled sheets hold angel staircases. They are like Jacob's ladder, connecting earth to heaven. Sleep is not just a biological shutdown, it is a spiritual ascent. When you close your eyes, your spirit does not stop. It travels, it communes, it receives instructions that your conscious mind is too busy to hear. Look at your pillow. It knows your secrets. Your pillow maps tear-stained breakthroughs. It has absorbed your grief, your whispers, and your silent pleas. But those tears are not lost. They are bottled. They are seeds. Every tear you have shed into that pillow has watered a garden you cannot see yet. Your pillow is not just soft foam. It is an altar where you lay your head, surrendering control of the world for 8 hours. You go to the bathroom one last time. The toothpaste tube, squeezed dry, holds a lesson in resurrection. Even when you think you are empty, even when you think you have nothing left to give, there is always a little more grace. There is always a little more strength. Your mirror reflects kingdom assignments. The face looking back at you is tired, yes, but it is the face of someone who survived. It is a canvas where Michael the Archangel paints protection marks over you while you sleep. You set the alarm for tomorrow. You might dread the sound, but shift your mindset. Your alarm clock tomorrow won't just beep. It will sing anthems of new beginnings. It is a promise that the sun will rise, that mercy will be new, and that you will be given another chance. By setting the alarm, you are making a prophecy. I will rise again. You turn out the light. Darkness swallows the room. But you do not need to fear the dark. The hallway darkness parts like the Red Sea, and the darkness in your room is simply the shadow of the Almighty covering you. If you struggle to sleep, if insomnia tries to steal your rest, realize that your sleepless hours are not wasted. They are sacred appointments with revelation. The moonbeam caressing your cheek carries coded messages from the throne. The silence is loud. If you wake up at 3 a.m., do not be annoyed. That is the Watchman's hour. It is an invitation. The veil is thin. Someone needs your prayer. Or perhaps God just wants your company. Your midnight thoughts, the ones that usually spiral into worry, can be recaptured. Take those thoughts captive. Your tangled sheets hold the struggle, but they also hold the surrender. As you drift off, you are entering a classroom. Your dreams are not always random neurons firing. They are often parables. The dream you dismissed as anxiety holds blueprints for breakthrough. The nightmare is often just fear leaving the body, being purged by the presence of peace. So, as you lay there, feel the shift in your marrow. The ordinary moments of this day, the traffic, the coffee, the emails, the dinner, have all been transformed into holy ground. You are not a victim of a mundane life. You are a participant in a divine mystery. The divine hand didn't vanish. It multiplied into 1,000 invisible touches, guiding your choices. Your breath isn't yours alone. It's shared with the Creator whose rhythm syncs with your heartbeat. You are safe. You are held. You are loved beyond measure. And as you sleep, the universe continues to conspire in your favor, arranging the divine appointments for tomorrow. Now zoom out. We have walked through the rooms of your house and the hours of your day. We have seen the holy in the mundane. But you must understand why this is happening. This is not just about finding comfort in a stressful world. This is about recognizing your origin. The divine hand didn't vanish. It multiplied. It transformed into the wind rustling your window curtains, carrying whispers from galaxies yet unborn. Feel the ground tremble beneath your feet, not with an earthquake, but with the vibration of dimensions colliding. That melody weaving through your bones isn't random. It is the ancient song sung at your creation. When the stars leaned close to witness your first breath, they knew you would face this very moment. Your ordinary Tuesday, your difficult Wednesday, your exhausted Friday. These are thresholds where angels kneel to untie your sandals because you are walking on holy ground. Your pain has been misread as punishment for too long. Listen closely. It is actually sacred soil. It is the mud used to heal blind eyes. It is waiting for the seeds of purpose to be planted. Your financial drought is not a sign of abandonment. It is the cracking open of the earth to reveal underground rivers of supernatural provision. That job rejection letter you burned in shame, it is kindling for a bonfire that will warm nations. Your hidden gifts are not accidents. They are weapons wrapped in humility, waiting for your courageous unwrapping. The divine hand hovers, not to smother you, but to spark the dormant volcano within your chest. You are not a mistake. You are a strategy. You are heaven's answer to a question the earth has been asking. Do not walk this path alone. Subscribe to join the remnant. It is more than a button click. It is a declaration that you are answering the call to be part of the solution in these times. We are approaching the moment of decision. In the spiritual realm, time does not move in hours. It moves in moments of agreement. There is a countdown happening, not to destruction, but to activation. The original script of your life is being rewritten right now. Can you feel the urgency? It is the urgency of love, pressing in to save you from settling for less than you were created for. Let us count down together, not to an end, but to a beginning. 10 seconds. Hear heaven's thunder crack open your ordinary expectations. The voice of truth shatters glass windows and sleepy hearts alike. Can you feel that vibration? It is the realization that you have been playing small. That flicker of unease you dismissed as indigestion or anxiety, it is your spirit recognizing divine urgency. The hand that sculpted mountains is pulling back the veil, fingertip by fingertip, and your soul knows the cost of staying asleep is too high. 9 seconds. Smell the ozone in the air. That is the scent of eternity brushing against your reality. Your ancestors' prayers echo in your DNA, begging you to reach higher. They survived so you could thrive. Don't blink. Don't scroll away. This isn't a metaphor. It is a lifeline thrown across dimensions. The sword of truth hovers not to punish, but to sever the chains you've mistaken for comfort. That toxic relationship clinging like ivy? That career path draining your joy? That secret shame poisoning your nights? It is time to cut them loose. 8 seconds. Your tears have been bottled in crystal vases before the throne. That dream you abandoned when the bills piled up? God remembers its shape. Your creativity isn't a hobby. It is holy ammunition. Feel that sudden warmth in your palms? That is resurrection power activating. The universe is rearranging galaxies to align with your surrender. Do not rationalize this away. Your skepticism is a locked door. Faith is the key. 7 seconds. Your pain has purpose. Every heartbreak was a seed planted in fertile soil. The job you lost was a divine redirection. The diagnosis that stole your breath was a battlefield for miracles. Archangels gather in your kitchen, their whispers rustling like silk. That sudden clarity about a decision, that's not intuition. That is the static clearing from your spirit's receiver. Your potential glows like buried embers waiting for oxygen. Breathe deep. The air itself hums with possibility. 6 seconds, your voice. That is the key you've ignored. Speak life over your barren places. Command debt to dissolve. Decree healing over sick cells. The same authority that calms storms lives in your throat. Feel that surge in your chest? That is not anxiety. It is holy electricity preparing your vessel. Your ancestors' faith rises like mist within you. That creative project gathering dust? It is a kingdom assignment. The world needs your unique light. Darkness trembles at your authenticity. 5 seconds. Time folds like origami. Past regrets and future fears collapse into this sacred now. Heaven's courtroom convenes. Your tears are legal documents. Your prayers are subpoenas served to darkness. That addiction's grip is loosening. That grief's weight is lifting. The impossible situation mocking your prayers? Watch it crumble like a sandcastle before a tsunami of grace. Breathe in supernaturally. Exhale doubt. We are at the threshold of a shift. If you sense that God is breaking chains off your life right now as you listen to this, do not stay silent. Type aloud Amen in the comments to claim your breakthrough. Let the enemy know you have agreed with your victory. 4 seconds. Your worst mistakes become stepping stones. Your scars transform into maps for others. Divine appointments hide in plain sight. In traffic jams, grocery lines, lonely nights. That text from an old friend? Not a coincidence. That job offer out of nowhere? Strategy. God's chessboard spans lifetimes. The cosmos holds its breath. The portals between worlds are opening. 3 seconds. Help is here. You are not fighting alone. Neon-winged messengers materialize in your living room, armed with blueprints for your breakthrough. Your financial desert blooms with hidden streams. That career graveyard is resurrected. That broken trust is mended with threads of gold. The supernatural isn't rare. It is your birthright. Reach through the thinning veil. Touch the hem of eternity. Your obedience activates angels. That small step of faith you avoided, it holds universe-shifting power. Take a step of faith right now. Press the like button as a prophetic act to activate the angels assigned to your case. Show the universe you are awake and ready for the shift. 2 seconds. The mundane becomes holy ground. Washing dishes, answering emails, tucking in children. Holiness hides in ordinary moments waiting for your recognition. The countdown accelerates. The chill you feel is the fear leaving your body. Your compromises built invisible cages, but the door is unlocking. That Netflix binge while conviction whispered? That gossip session masking loneliness? Leave it behind. Trade temporary comforts for eternal purpose. Your comfort zone is a gilded cage. Freedom waits beyond its bars. 1 second. The divine hand lifts higher. Your choices echo through eternity. Will you grasp grace or clutch guilt? The enemy fears your passionate prayer more than your polished sermon. Raw honesty shatters strongholds. Cry out. Scream doubts into the void if you must. God prefers messy authenticity over sterile performance. Your potential gleams like buried treasure under layers of fear. That calling you silenced, it screams for release. Your voice isn't insignificant. It is a tsunami waiting to reshape coastlines. 0. Silence. But the silence after 0 isn't emptiness. It is a womb holding your rebirth. The hand did not vanish. It placed a fingerprint on your heart. The door isn't locked. It is waiting for your knock. My beloved, the countdown resets every morning. Every time you open your eyes, you are given another 10 seconds, another chance, another breath. Heaven's reserves overflow for those who stay alert. Your breakthrough isn't delayed, it is loading. Hidden manna sustains wilderness wanderers. Angelic strategies are dismantling impossible barriers right now. Each dawn delivers fresh ammunition for your spiritual arsenal. But you cannot fight this battle alone. A coal removed from the fire soon grows cold. You need to stay connected to the source of heat. Do not miss the next transmission. The world is getting louder, and you need a place where the signal is clear. Click below to join the awakened remnant, where divine urgency meets daily transformation. We are a community of warriors who see the holy in the mundane. Your victory requires timely intelligence. Secure your place now. The veil thickens with every sunrise for those who are asleep, but for us, it gets thinner. Do not let the signal fade. Subscribe right now. It is your act of spiritual discipline, ensuring you stay tethered to the truth while the world drifts into noise. So, go now. Go back to your kitchen with the burnt toast. Go back to the traffic jam with the rude drivers. Go back to the pile of laundry and the inbox full of emails. But go back different. Go back knowing that your kitchen is an altar. Your car is a chariot. Your work is worship. And your home is a sanctuary. May your eyes be open to the invisible architecture of your life. May you hear the symphony in the silence. May you feel the weight of glory in the mundane. You are watched over. You are guided. You are loved. The day is yours. The battle is won. And the best is yet to come. Do not keep this blessing to yourself. Share this video as a seed of hope. As you send this word out to heal another, watch how God orchestrates a harvest of healing to return to you.